What's up, guys? Power Maniac 720 here, and I have for you round 4 from Athens Regionals. At this point, I am 2-1 in the tournament, and I get matched up with Harrison Williams. Harrison, young, I think, is probably based on just talking to him and like he looked young. I think it's probably his first year in Masters. Really excited kid, really cute that he kind of wrote like, "You can do it, you can beat him," like all over his paper, which I thought was kind of funny. I think it was cool. I like the self confidence. And he was really sure that he was going to cut, even if he went 5-3, which I had to try to explain to him couldn't happen. But he said someone told him that 2 5-3s would cut, which I know wasn't true. But anyway, his team in team preview was Sableye, Whimsicott, Talonflame, Garchomp, Rotom, and Mega Salamence. Salamence. I assumed Mega. I was a little concerned because I did see Sableye and Whimsicott, which I was like, oh great, here we go. Like, here comes all the prankster shenanigans. I thought maybe see something weird, but did see some weird things, but nothing prankstery at least. Alright, so I ended up taking Shiftry and Salamence because I thought it'd give me a pretty good lead. I honestly was hoping to lead Talonflame. I was hoping to knock it out immediately. My one fear here was that Garchomp had Draco. Like I was fearing a Life Orb Draco Meteor from that Garchomp, which of course would outspeed me turn 1. But I wanted to get rid of that Talonflame immediately so I can set up Tailwind and kind of run through the team. So I immediately go for the Fake Out onto Talonflame. Flinch it, thank God. Garchomp goes with a Dual Chop, which definitely threw me off. Intimidated, it does, I'm right about 50%. And luckily, Rock Slide connects with Talonflame. I did get a little scared during the match because I thought it missed a Garchomp. And does a really nice chunk of damage. So, right off the bat, I get rid of the Talonflame, which I think is not a huge threat to my team, but Tailwind could definitely mess up my team, especially because I don't believe I brought Ninetales to this match. So I Mega Evolve, he Mega Evolves his Salamence. Of course, mine's intimidated right now. And he actually goes for a Protect, which I am perfectly fine with. I go for the Double Edge into his Salamence. His Garchomp goes for a Dual Chop and actually misses my Salamence, and I am able to set up a Tailwind, so I don't have to worry about that opposing Salamence now. I definitely was really shocked with the Tailwind play, just because, or the Dual Chop play, because of course, Dragon Claw does just as much and it doesn't miss. Also, I get a nice critical hit knockoff in this Garchomp, which definitely helped, although it didn't really matter because I did have Mamoswine in the back anyway with Ice Shard. It actually reveals Garchomp has Assault Vest, which I definitely wasn't anticipating. So we see Double Edge on the Shiftry, which my Sash was broken from the Rough Skin, so it is able to KO me. And Garchomp goes for the Dual Chop and is able to KO me this time. And I was actually glad it KO'd me because this means I get a free switch into Thundurus and Mamoswine. And of course, with HP Ice and Ice Shard, I'm able to beat both of these Pokemon at this point. So it really just comes down to what I want to hit with what. And I end up going for the Ice Shard onto Garchomp. And I actually go for the Thunderbolt onto Salamence instead of the HP Ice because I'm pretty confident that Life Orb Thunderbolt will knock it out from this range. And I was slightly concerned that he could switch in Rotom Wash. So I figured Thunderbolt at least give me a nice chunk of damage. So he does enter Rotom Wash, and that at this point pretty much wins me the match. Because he really can't beat both my Pokemon at once. I do get off an Icicle Crash plus a Thunderbolt, and I was actually surprised to see Citrus not activate, but as you'll see at the end of this turn, he actually has leftovers. And that did a pretty good, decent chunk of damage. The Icicle Crash, and Hydro Pump is able to knock out my Mamoswine. But like I said, at this point I know the match is won. There's really nothing he can do. Even if he gets off a Quintuple Protect, Thunderbolt's still going to knock him out. And he did tell me that he was going for not this turn, but the next turn he was going for a Thunderbolt on my Thundurus because he didn't know Thundurus had Volt Absorb. So even if he had somehow magically survived this attack, he would have lost. So Thundurus once again putting in work for me. It's actually been really solid so far in the tournament. It's just a good Pokemon. I really like it. But anyway, so I beat Harrison, and that's 3 wins in a row, and I'm starting to gain some confidence, and I'm now 3-1. So stay tuned for round 5.